today's operation is going to be installing a piece of work in the chuck and getting it centered in the lathe. Now I usually like to take and put a small piece of shim stock and clamp it in the forward part of the jaws, because my jaws are worn. They're worn on the outside and they grab in the back first, and then if you tighten up, why, the work can move, and I don't like that. So I put a piece of shim in here and tighten the chuck up. Now I have no idea how true it's going to run. Put the dial indicator in a fixture that I have mounted for the Aloris tool post. Now I'm going to come up approximately the center line height with the indicator. Okay, now we'll put the lathe out of gear so we can rotate the chuck. Bring the work up to the indicator. Okay. See how much run out we have. Now there's 10 thousandths. Okay, a little over 10 thousandths. So if I go back to about midpoint, set the indicator roughly 0. Now I go about 4 that away and not quite 0. Okay, now I have an adjustable adjust-true chuck in which it has 4 mounting centering screws on the outside to the face mounting plate. I keep the chuck to back plate screws. They're snug, but they're not so tight that I can move the chuck. Now I'm going to go back to my 0, offset one side. Now let's tighten the screw. Oh, we can move it there, or we're tight. So I'm going to come over here on the other side and loosen the chuck up just a little bit. Break the screw loose. I think I went too far, but we'll see. Now we'll set this back to approximately 0. Okay, now this one I want to loosen up just a little bit. Go to the other side, tighten a little bit. Okay, now tighten a little more. Okay, let's loosen this screw just a little more. Tighten this one. This indicator is, the numbered divisions are 1/1000ths. They're 10 thousandths on the little ones. So we're within about 1/1000th of an inch to being true now. Getting that last little bit is not easy. Well, we're within a few tenths, so I mean, how close do you need to be? And the question is that piece of work perfectly round. That we don't know for certain. Okay. I'm within a half a thousandth of being true. And that's good enough for this project. But that's the process. So the chuck, these screws aren't really all that tight, but these screws are holding it in position. Now, but this little indicator is a piece of scrap aluminum. Then the indicator can be put on the tool post this way, or you can turn it to use it this way for a face, whichever way you want to use it. This was an old indicator that I made a longer point for, and it's been bent a couple times. It's been dropped and beat around, but still works.